Hello, it's Kyle from Give Pause Hobby here in the garage again with another, the seventh of 8 asymmetric exercises, and it's the birds. Believe it or not, I've been talking about having the otters on the front to middle burner for like the past 4 or 5, and they turns out are going to be the last ones. So yeah, this week's exercise, Outliving Turmoil, comes to you pretty on the nose thematic tie-in to a game-changing development in how I approach the birds. I don't play them all that often, but when I have seen them played well and when I have had pretty good games with them, it's not necessarily when you don't fall into turmoil, it's when you can use that turmoil to transition into a new leader at the right time, not get caught flat-footed, having to go to a different leader when you were just about to really capitalize on double recruiting or whatever it may be. So when I've been approaching this one for a little while as well, and I asked a friend of mine to come up with 4 chords, a chord progression of 4 chords that were connected in some way, but like distantly or just barely connected. You know, there are some chord progressions that are just like they just make sense. They're exactly what our ears are expecting to hear, and I wanted something that, you know, if your ears could really wrap themselves around it, it made sense, but it wasn't what you would immediately snap to. Oh, with this chord, I bet this chord is coming next, and that's what he gave me. He came up with F major 9, G major 9, A major 9, A minor 9. So yeah, I took those and I turned each one of those into, I guess you could say, the tenure of one of the leaders. And originally I had come up with kind of I actually recorded this one on this this book. This is the little like weird, what is this, 8-inch by 7-inch like pocket composition thing that I've been doing all of the exercise on because it's easy for me to carry around. And I had come up with kind of an order, the charismatic, despot, builder, and commander in a row. And for each one I would have kind of like a line's worth just about of material and then transition to the next. And I didn't want it to be kind of like a record scratch. I mean, partially because we were coming hot off the heels of the Woodland Alliance, which sort of had that like sort of effect whenever we got to the Uprising, and I didn't want that to be the case here. Again, I wanted this to be a well-played Eyrie dynasty, where when you transition from one leader to the next, it sort of just flows. Now, the like musical side of things, I don't think I really nailed. I think charismatic, builder, and commander actually all work really well. Despot, I didn't really nail down what a despot is in the music. I mean, I knew what a despot was, and I was imagining me doing something a little bit closer to that. Yeah, the second theme really doesn't like ring true to what a despot in the truest sense of the word, what they can be. But you know what? I guess this is like a nicer type of despot. So from a trumpet side of things, what I was kind of going for on this is, well, there's some range stuff and some sustained range, not just like suddenly out of the blue. But really what I was going for are 4 distinct kind of styles that are tied together in this like small meandering thread, which is an important thing to be able to do. Sometimes when you're playing trumpet or any instrument, you are able to play in one character from start to finish of a piece of music or a symphony or whatever it may be, while other times you are absolutely not afforded that, and you need to change character pretty regularly and pretty drastically. And so that's kind of what I was chasing down with this one, is the going after the 4 different leaders. You know, some of them I left pretty ambiguous. It seems like the Eyrie dynasty did pretty well if this was the translation of a game into music form. They did pretty well for themselves with this one, but I'm not going to give anything more away with that. So let's take a listen to Outliving Turmoil. So there you have it. Hopefully you enjoyed. It's another pretty short episode, shortish recording, the actual exercise. I am 7/8 of the way done as of right now. I also have the Otters right there on that page. You can even see, there they are. So they're the last ones for now, until Badgers and the Rats are finalized, because again, I don't want to write anything thematically that hasn't like seen the full artwork for the Kyle Farron treatment, seen how their boards look and all the write-ups they have in the rule book. But I also don't want to get ahead of myself and base it off of their current build. I have no idea. I mean, Rat seems to be in a pretty stable place. Badger was a pretty decent change from the last build to this one. I'm just gonna hold off until they've been like green lit. That's like, this is how they're going to be, and then maybe I'll start taking notes. But for the time being, we have our 8th and final asymmetric exercise coming up next week. I can't believe next week will be 2 months after I started this crazy project. If you are still here, not only 7 weeks into this, but like whatever minute this is into the video, thank you for being here with me. I'm glad that you enjoyed the trek, and yeah, I don't say it very often, but you know, like and subscribe and all that sort of stuff down below. This channel is filled with, I've been told this is Kyle World. It is just kind of the things that amuse me, which give me pause in a good way to stop and actually make videos of them and put it up here. So if you're interested in weird side of board games and just me kind of musing and amusing myself, this is a great channel for it, and I hope to see you around here again soon. So with that, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great day.